It is time for practice. Please open your practice books to page 262 and let's do the exercise together. Today we're talking about the theme of a story. Now, we've said before that the theme is the message that the author is trying to let the readers know. So the writer of the story, when they write, they have a message in mind that they want all of the readers to know. Usually, we cannot ask the author what the message is, right? Like, what are you trying to tell us? We cannot see the author. We don't know the author. So how we can find the theme or the message is by looking at the details or looking at what the characters in the story say or what they do. Okay, so that means we have to look for details and then we connect the details together to come up with the theme or the message. Okay, so here we have a graphic organizer to find what the theme is by finding details from the story The Big Blizzard. I have the first two details here. The first one is Mayor O'Dwyer's message to all New Yorkers is help one another in the face of this disaster. So what do you realize from the first detail? The mayor is asking everyone to help everyone else when they're going through a hard time, right? That's the first detail. Let's look at the second one. The Hernandez family helps Mr. Callan shovel snow. There's the second detail. Can you connect the second detail with the first one? Of course we can. The first one says everyone has to help everyone. The second one says that the Hernandez family help Mr. Cullen to shovel, right? So there we go. There's a connection. It's all about helping in the community. Let's look at the third detail. Mrs. Sanchez was grateful for their help and she gave them milk and bread. Can you find a connection between this detail and the first two? Yes, there is a connection. After they helped Mrs. Sanchez, she gave them milk and bread. So there is still someone helping someone else through a hard time. The fourth detail is Papa came back home. Rosa told him how they helped Mr. Callan and Mrs. Sanchez. So when Papa came back home, they told him that they helped these two people from the community. Again, I can connect the fourth detail with the first three that they're all talking about how people should help each other when they're going through a hard time. So what does that mean? That means that the theme is it is important to help one another when we're facing any disaster. So that's the message that the author is trying to send, that it's important for people to stand by each other and help each other when there is a disaster. Now, I want you to write your answers. If you think there are other details that we can add, or if you think like there's another theme or there's another message, write it down and send it to your teachers. Thank you, boys and girls.